Children used to run to him with no exaggeration. Children followed him.
Daniel Fernandez Sr. sharing smiles and playing with his grandchild. These laughs are no stranger to any room that was lucky enough to be graced with his presence.
He always had a lot of wisdom. He's credited with being very humorous, being a good man and a family man.
His life beginning back in 1919, and he narrowly escaped the Spanish flu.
Whole families were passing away, and my father had a fever, and my grandmother carried him to the company doctor, and doctor said he couldn't do anything for him. But he said, just open up the blanket and let the snow hit him in the face as you walk back home. And that's what she did. And I'd be darned, he didn't survive.
Sometime around the 1930s, his family would arrive in El Paso.
Well, he gets into the CC camps. The CC camps were conservation camps that were put together because there were just too many young men without work, hanging around.
When he turned 19, World War II was raging.
And the war began to break out. And so in 42, my dad joined the Army. He went in... At first, he was a lineman. He climbed telegraph poles and so on. But then something happened during maneuvers in which a piece of metal or shrapnel hit him in the eye, and he lost his eye. And the Army needed good men, so they just put a patch on him, and they sent him, I think it was to Arkansas, if not mistaken, to guard POWs.
Serving the country was just one of many things Fernandez did. See him donning his World War II veteran cap during his century mark birthday bash. But one of the titles his family was most proud of, him being a devout husband and father.
They were married almost 73 years.
His son says his father imparted copious amounts of wisdom on himself and his 3 siblings.
Be of good heart, be a good human being, do the right thing, sometimes, things are hard, but you got to do what is right. It's inconvenient, but you got to do the right thing. And that's something that he didn't actually say, but it's what I'm left with because of the way he lived.
It's the awful, rude reality of the time that we're in right now. Someone who lived so much life, 101 years, still, even with that, cut short because of COVID-19. And thank you for your service. Meanwhile, a service will be held this Friday at Fort Bliss National Cemetery. The family will be wearing personal protective equipment. They'll also be following strict CDC guidelines. Fernandez is remembered by his wife and 4 children. And I know, Stephanie, you and I were commenting even during that tease before the break, just that giggle alone and the effect that he had on the child in that piece of video there, that just resonates with what that family just lost.
He saw so much in his long life, and that he was able to share so much of his wisdom with his generations of family. It's really a gift. And now we want to talk about storm track weather. Let's take